All the videos recently start out with the dogs. You know how it goes. Kennedy is half asleep right now. Wake the heck up, man.
I need Starbucks.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're at Streetcar Takeover Dallas. We got Nick's car. If you guys don't know, long story short, Nick hurt his engine right before 2K about a year ago. Not a year ago, but last year's 2K, literally the night before. He's just being Nick, you know? If you know Nick, you know Nick. Anyways, so we put a stock motor back in Nick's car, and that way he can enjoy it while the other one's getting rebuilt. So it's got a stock motor in it, so I don't expect it to go crazy fast. But this is the first time it's actually been down like a decent track. So it's gonna be really hot today. I was hoping to get some test passes last night, but freaking literally right as I loaded up the tune-up to the AMS 2000, it started pouring rain. So we're gonna get some test passes here in the next couple hours. Hopefully get 2 or 3 test passes. Then we'll throw Kennedy in the car because she's lighter. No?
I'm gonna blow it up, Nick.
Oh, hey, don't tell him that. So hopefully get 2 or 3 test passes because we have no idea like what the suspension's gonna do, what the converter's gonna do. So we'll see how it goes. But we're gonna set up right now, and you need Starbucks, but there's nowhere near her, so you're gonna have to drink a Monster. Alright, so we made 1 pass already. Car went 9-1 on low boost, which is good. We were just afraid to spin because it's really hot out, so had to turn down. So now we got to go on the street cruise with my partner. Ain't got no seat. What kind of street car is this, Nick? Jeez. Street car. Streetcar, motherfucker. Alright guys, so we made our one and only qualifier. And it went 890, letting off, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, it's only second pass in the car. It'd take a lot more out of the hole. Nick's got bigger turbos because he's supposed to have a built motor. Right now it's got a stock motor, so trying to get those things to stay lit through the 60 foot it's a little taxing. So I gotta just keep bumping up the RPM to keep them lit, but because it's going really slow 60 foot, like 150s. Terrible comparison. So, but now the qualifying is over, so we have to go out to eliminations. But I don't know what class we're in, so they try and break up street racers so it's more competitive. So hopefully an 8-9 didn't put us with like the rest of the fast people. So we'll see where we end up. But made 2 passes, went pretty good so far. Did the cruise, and the dogs are trying to kill each other. What are you doing? Revy, oh my gosh, she's a killer.
She's ready to run away.
Run away, go! Okay, so hopefully we'll be making a pass shortly. All right, guys, we are back from a pretty long week/weekend because last week we went and got Kennedy's car, which was 6 hours away. So, yeah, that screwed us up. And then, obviously, Friday we left to Streetcar Takeover Dallas. So, essentially, we went to Streetcar Takeover Dallas. Nick was working, so he asked me to run the car. Long story short, Nick's car has the stock engine back in it right now. We're waiting on his RPG one to come back from getting fixed up. And Nick's car has literally been down the track one time. He's been driving around doing some street stuff, but he's only been down the track one time in Amarillo, and everyone knows Amarillo is kind of like a no prep. So really don't have any data, so I kind of was starting from scratch. So I wanted to go down Friday and hit the test session they were supposed to have. And of course, in true fashion, I'm in the lane. I'm about to be the last one to go, and it starts pouring rain. So didn't get any test sessions on Friday. Saturday comes around. I got one test pass, and which kind of I let out early because there was no reason to run it out. I needed just like, the front half data to get the car figured out. And then we had to go make the streetcar cruise, which you guys saw that. Made the cruise. I was actually a little nervous because I haven't driven Nick's car that far, and it did absolutely wonderful. So the car runs really good, cruises just fine, and I don't even think Nick has cruised it that long. So it was like a 20-something mile cruise, took like 30 minutes, but everything worked out really well. Came back, made not a test pass, but a qualifier to get into Street Racer. So now Streetcar Takeover, when I used to run it, it was just all open Street Racer class, heads up. And then obviously like some bullies came in and the class got real separated. Like you had people running low 7s and then people running 9s. So now what they do is they break it up like Street Racer Wild, Mild, and there's one other one, I forget the name of it. But they try and break it up by time. So we were in the middle class. That's where we qualified. And we couldn't go faster than an 850, 850. So worked out really well because I know Nick's car with it being stock motor, twin turbo, but a turbo 400. I know that setup can go mid 8s pretty consistently once I figured out the front half. Like I know what to do. I just need like a few passes to get it lined in. So I got the bye. First round, I don't know how. So qualified, then I got the bye. So I made a pass, same thing, I let out early. It went like 869 or 867, letting out early with like 143 miles an hour. So I kind of knew exactly where to be. And then the next round, raced a twin turbo S550 and beat him, went like another 860 something, letting off. And then I drew a Fox body. It was a Dart 427 single 88 millimeter turbo, and obviously he was kind of sandbagging. I guess it was a new setup for him, so he didn't want to completely lay into it because obviously that was probably like a mid 7-second car. But supposedly it was a new setup, so he didn't want to lay into it, so he kind of slowed it down, and he was just sandbagging. So he was going really fast to the 8th, and then pretty much just letting off, and then when someone would get close, he would kind of just pedal and stay right ahead of you. So I knew he was going to do that to me, so I turned it up a little on the back end, and then I tried to bring in the ramp a little bit faster. I tried to leave on more RPM. I had slow 60 foots all weekend because I didn't want to strike the tires, and Nick's car being super new to me on like a prep surface, I didn't know that threshold of where I would strike the tires or get it to hook and do a really good 60 foot. And I didn't want to play with that in eliminations. So if I'd had more test passes like on Friday, then we would have been killing the 60 foot. But we're already in eliminations, only had a couple passes on the car, so I was just like, whatever, I'm just going to let it leave. I'll bring in the ramp super fast, and then I'll bring in some overall, I'll sprinkle in some boost up top overall. So anyways, he left like 100th faster than me on the tree. I didn't have the best reactions this weekend because I don't have that much time in the car. So he left a little bit faster than me. He had like a 10th on me at the 60 foot. And then obviously I think he had like 2/10 at the 8th mile. And then I started catching up, just slowly creeping. And that's when he started doing his thing where he would let off. So he would let off, pedal. And the last time he did it, I was actually about to let off the throttle because I was like, man, there's no way I'm catching him. He's a car ahead of me. I wish I had a GoPro. It is so sick to see. Like, I'm looking over, and he's right there. He's a car ahead of me. And I barely lift my foot off the throttle, and I said, fuck it. And I floored it right back. I was like, let's just see if we can pass him. and his nose dropped just a little because he had let off, and boom, my nose went right past him at the stripe. It was one of the best races in a long, I mean, obviously I hadn't raced in a long time, so obviously it was the best race, but it was really cool. I wish I had a GoPro on there. I tried to get as much film as I could for you guys, but I was really focused on running Nick's car. But overall, the weekend went great. We won the Street Racer mileage class in Nick's car, and his car never skipped a beat all weekend. I mean, all we had to do was kind of cool the thing off. But man, his car, it ran really good all weekend. Didn't have any major issues, any small issues, really, actually. It ran really good. So the plan with Nick's car, and has kind of always been the plan, is when it cools off, I have an idea in my head that I want to go run this car with, because seeing the potential, especially over the weekend with his car, and I've been doing a lot of stock bottom end Coyote stuff, I really want to go push it and just see how fast we can go. So we're going to hit a few more events with Nick's car with the stock bottom end, get his ass in the driver's seat so that he can drive it and get a feel for it. But man, that thing is super fun. I definitely missed doing that, miss hitting races, so it's cool that it worked out and Nick allowed me to race the car and do the tune-ups and stuff, and man, it was a ton of fun. So hopefully more of that content coming soon. Coyote Direct to the front, of course, baby, let's go. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. Huge thanks to Nick, huge thanks to Johnny, Anthony, and Kennedy for helping out all weekend, keeping the car rolling, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. We'll see you guys on the next one.